Work has officially started on the 5th season of the popular Netflix series Stranger Things, with many considering the 4th season as quite a hit. As the plot of the Duffer Brothers story seemingly comes to a close, what awaits our crew, and will this be the time that Hawkins falls? Here's Stranger Things 5, everything we know about the final season. Stranger Things ran up that hill. The phenomenal Netflix series Stranger Things is truly one of the most loved series of this generation, impacting many aspects of pop culture and entertainment worldwide. Fans of the hit show may remember just how impressed everyone was when Stranger Things came out with its first season. With its thrillingly imaginative style of storytelling about a group of youngsters and a secret government plot that involves people with special powers and beings from another dimension. Naturally, people gravitated towards the exciting and intriguing plot, as well as the characters and young actors who have each become stars in their own right. Now that people have seen the 4th season and the plot is truly thickened at Hawkins, people have nothing but anticipation for the 5th and final installment of the series. At the end of Stranger Things Season 4, we now know that events leading up to the first season are closely intertwined with events of Season 4, as we were introduced to Vecna, the newest baddie in the Stranger Things universe, who apparently is also the first child in the same mind-enhancing program that 11 was on, with the codename 1. Season 4 saw Steve Harrington and the rest of the crew defending Hawkins and the real world from the Upside Down, which has been under the attacks of Vecna. We all saw how Max got lifted high off the ground, only to be brought back by that Running Up That Hill song. But what made this season matter the most is how it linked everything together, providing key details of the main story that has since been mysteries, such as how the Upside Down was opened in the first place, and why this new baddie Vecna has been behind it all along. It offered glimpses into the past well beyond the 80s time period in which the series has been known for. Whether we'll be seeing more of these time jumps is more likely and can provide more keen perspective to the plot that all of the fans of the show are looking for. Stranger Things 5 updates. While it was announced by the show's creators, the Duffer Brothers, in early August that writing on Season 5 has started, a release date has yet been mentioned. The creators of The Upside Down have mentioned some possible twists that people can expect for Season 5, such as possible time jumps that may occur, which could mean we may possibly see our pack as adults, and that the Season 5 finale may feature a full feature-length episode. But while there are plenty of reasons to be excited about, the new season will probably drop within 2024. Seasons 2 and 3 almost had a 2-year gap in between, with a shooting timeline of around 6 to 7 months, adding in the task-heavy and lengthy visual FX post-production work, assuming that the Duffer Brothers can quickly finish writing everyone's lines since they've only just started. It is, however, important to note that the creators of the show have long known the ending to their story. It's all been a matter of working around the arc to get to this point. The Duffers have the same desire as the fans, to make Season 5 bigger than everything we've seen so far. And so, they might tighten up the episodes by having shorter run times to truly keep it action-packed and within budget. The show's 4th season also showed our cast in different settings around the world, from Hopper and Joyce in Russia, 11 in California, and our crew back in Hawkins. According to the Duffers, the 5th season might focus on keeping everyone together in Hawkins, which, basing from the fade-out of Season 4, with Hawkins literally being on fire, it seems our pack has plenty of unfinished business with the dangers from the Upside Down. As pre-production for the series is well underway, filming will reportedly begin at some point in 2023, which tracks with the 2024 release. The vibe of Season 5 will also reportedly echo the tone of the show's first season, but with much higher stakes. One thing that the Duffer Brothers have assured their fans is that the gap should be quite shorter this time, especially since they already have the initial outline of the finale season, and the challenges of production and filming in the time of a pandemic is a hurdle long past. Stranger Things 5. Is it the end? With this Stranger Things Season 5 being the finale season, fans are aghast to ask, is this the end of Stranger Things? This may be so for 11, the Upside Down, and her friends at Hawkins, with this season being the closing arc to the Stranger Things story. But this sure won't be the last story set in the greater Stranger Things universe. When it was announced by the Duffer Brothers that this 5th season would be the end of the Netflix show, they also hinted at the possibility of a spin-off series. With plenty more exciting stories to tell in this mysterious town, other adventures are sure to come. According to the Duffer Brothers, they have an idea that they haven't shared to anyone, not even Netflix, and they haven't even written a single word for it yet as well. But somehow, the actor who plays Mike Wheeler, Finn Wolfhard, made a guess as to what the spin-off series may be about. If you want to know what that is, ask Finn. Only he knows. As for the rest of us, guess we'll all just have to wait till Netflix makes the announcement, especially since this property is truly a fan favorite. Stranger Things 5 plot updates. With the internet keeping a buzz on the latest updates about Stranger Things 5 and its possible plot, the excitement has been set with people wondering about the repercussions of the events of Season 4 and the growing possibility of Vecna remaining to be a threat after the fiery ending of Volume 2. There have been plenty of theories floating around on what could happen to our Stranger Things crew, with theories suggesting that Max is the key to Vecna's plan, as well as speculations that fan favorite Eddie Munson might return, although on the opposite side. Many also point out how the show's plot has always paralleled the game Dungeons & Dragons, and that the game might have already predicted the show's next and actual main big bad. According to Dungeons & Dragons lore, Vecna, in his undefeatable and all-powerful demeanor, might still be a front to the real underlying threat to Eleven and her friends, and that Season 5 might show a villain that's far worse than anyone or anything we've seen on the show. While Vecna has been the strongest and most imposing villain everyone has faced, considering the death and destruction he has left in his wake, he might still not be the most powerful creature in the Upside Down. In D&D, Vecna is a powerful wizard who became a Lich, and while he was a destructive figure, the most powerful villain in Dungeons & Dragons happens to be a red dragon named Boris. With red scales that glow like magma and clouds beneath his wings, Boris is a dominating figure in D&D, much like the enigmatic creature we often see in the images of the Upside Down. Whether this theory becomes fact, we'll just have to wait and see. Another point of focus for Season 5 is the possibility of seeing more time jumps. This seems like a practical move for the show's direction, especially with the kids clearly getting much older. Millie Bobby Brown, who is now 18 and plays 11 in the show, was 11 when she first appeared in Season 1. This leads us to the possibility that the show might feature a time jump in which the kids are now about to graduate from Hawkins, which would also catch up to their actual ages. There's also been a lot of talk that the main focus of the final season will return to the mystery where it all began, on Will Myers. No, we're not talking about Will's feelings for his best friend Mike, but rather on what connection he may still have with the Upside Down and to Vecna. People are also keen to find out whether Max recuperates after seeing her lingering in a coma, and on whether or not Eddie Munson does come back to show us more Guitar God moves. One thing's for sure, don't expect another running up that hill moment, because that moment may not work for a second time around. So for now, the anticipation rises for this final season of Stranger Things. So, what do you think about Stranger Things 5? Everything we know about the final season.